Other men suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds in the incident. A suspect hasn't been identified. Adams was one of the top defensive lineman recruits in the country. I'm Mike Hempen.
President Trump threatens to hold up a stadium deal for the Washington Commanders NFL team. The team doesn't change its name back to the Redskins. Mr. Trump also says the Cleveland Guardians baseball team really should be called the Indians once again. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes, welcome back.
It's not fun to say it.
Nope.
Way not as fun as Friday. Friday's way more fun.
Well, Friday involves like bells and, you know, songs. There's whole songs written about Friday.
No.
Well, there are songs written about Mondays.
There is. They're just not as chipper.
I don't like Mondays.
Well, I can think of Cyndi Lauper. Just another manic Monday.
That's one.
The
yeah.
Bangles. I'm sorry. Yeah, not Cyndi Lauper. Bangles. Sorry. My brain. It's Monday.
I can't remember. I can't remember who sang the song, but the song "I Don't Like Mondays" was literally written based on the story of a guy who shot, I think it was a school from his front porch, which is like right across the street from the school. And when asked why he did it, he just said, "I don't like Mondays."
Wow, that's way worse than Garfield.
Yeah. Right.
They don't like Mondays either.
Well, he's just too lazy to do anything about it. That's all that is.
Well, then there's the other Monday, or that's Sunday. Sunday.
No, it's Monday.
It's Monday. Yeah. That's my second Monday song.
There you go.
I think I'm out now.
Well, no. Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Yeah, but that's
Tuesday.
not just
It's
a
all
Monday.
of the days. It's a celebration of every day.
That's an all-day thing. It doesn't count.
And Saturday, oh, what a day. Grooving all week with you.
Whatever it is, happy Monday.
Yep, welcome
Hope you're
to
having a good one. The one good thing about Mondays is people, like Tuesday's the day where people get work done. Monday's that day you're just like, I'll just get through it and push it till tomorrow. That's this day.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll get through whatever. I'll do the bare minimum to say I did Monday.
Monday's got a Tuesday. That's the problem with Friday. Friday is panic day because you got to do a whole weekend worth of stuff in that one day.
Yeah. I like when my wife, she asked me, like last night, she goes, I'm usually good about guests and who's coming on tomorrow. She goes, who do you got on tomorrow? I was like, I slept since then. I have no earthly idea who's on the show tomorrow until I look at my calendar when I walk in the morning. You don't ask me on a Sunday or on a weekend.
It's actually kind of a fun surprise for him. He walks in, he's like, oh, it's that day.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I remember, but usually I'm like, I if I don't look before I leave, usually on Fridays I'm, trying to get ready for the weekend stuff.
Right.
There's actually more things we do at work here to get the weekend done, and so
Yeah, I do that to myself though, because in my sign off for my morning show, I say that I'm heading out the door and taking my message to the streets. I'm not.
Oh no,
I'm still here for hours.
that's the biggest fallacy in radio, at least at this level of radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't do your morning show and go home.
No, that was always the dream though, because like I listened to I grew up listening to Opie and Anthony, and Ant would always talk about how he'd come in, do the show, do maybe a few production cuts afterwards for like an hour, and then just go home for
Oh
the
yeah,
rest
if you
of the
got a
day.
nationally syndicated show and you're kind of a big deal and generating millions of dollars, then you do your show and go home. But
Yeah.
the rest of us got to go and make the donuts
Yeah.
and wash the bottles and hang the laundry and do all that.
Make everything sound all super good and fantastic. By the way,
Feed the squirrels, do all that stuff.
it is Fair Week, so follow along at ksvptv.com. I believe the Market Goat Show is today. Yeah, I think that starts at like 9. I think it's now underway, actually.
Matter of fact, just last week, I had to explain to my wife that the breeding lamb show was not what she thought it was.
You mean like in Tijuana?
She's like, "Are you serious?" I said, "No, they're not breeding them there."
It's not like that.
I'm getting dirty looks.
Kids, look away.
I was like, "No, it's not that kind of a show."
Husbands, they're like, honey, this is how they learn.
Yes, we had that conversation.
Okay, the rabbit show started at 8 a.m., so that's up right now. It should be up at ksvptv.com. At 2 o'clock today, the Dairy Goat show begins. I was going to move in a second for you. And at 6 p.m. this evening, this is fun. At 6 p.m. this evening, the Chaves County Fair presents the Pet Show.
Oh, yeah, the pet show. That's the chance for everyone that, if you don't live on a farm, you want to show off.
Bring
pets.
out your lizards, your fish.
Oh, yeah, dogs, cats, fish,
ferrets.
Alligator, I guess you got one of them. They do get all kinds of animals.
My hermit crab. I had, we actually had hermit crabs. There was a weird phase of like my teenage years where hermit crabs were a big deal. Because you could like get these like cool, like painted shells for them and stuff. And that was like the big deal was collecting hermit crabs.
The only time we ever got involved with hermit crabs is if someone went to the beach. Like usually, like whenever you go to like Outer Banks or Ocean City or one of these beach places, that's one of the things they sell in gift stores is those hermit crabs. You go in there and the kids all beg, and of course they get you to buy. And ultimately what happens is you lose them on vacation.
Well,
because you don't have the thing, and then they get out and they put them on the floor to play with and forget to put them back in. And then somewhere in that vacation rental is a hermit crab running loose.
Oh, okay. So your story ended a lot better than mine. Mine would just get loose. Like I would either like leave the lid off or forget to put them up. And then you'd be walking through the house and you'd hear an old familiar crunch. That was the end of Shelbert.
I just wonder why there's a rock with a little smiley face sitting on the corner over there. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, it was around the same time as Pogs, like when Pogs were really cool. So like I had one that had like a magic 8-ball painted on the side. And it was a real ghetto crab.
Oh yeah, they like you could buy in the gift stores. Like they had all kinds.
Oh yeah, the neon ones that like would like light up in black lights.
Oh yeah, it was basically an excuse for people drinking or smoking things.
Oh yeah,
spend money on things for their kids.
Right, totally for the kids.
That's basically, but that's usually my experience with hermit crabs. Is those types of trips. So, and I've yet to know someone that's like, I grew up at 7 and got this hermit crab, and here I am 30 years old with my hermit crab still. No one's got their hermit crab.
Yeah, you don't really have the staying power of like.
I don't know what the life expectancy of a hermit crab is, but
I can't imagine it's that long. I mean, you only have
turtles.
You only have a certain number of heartbeats, and you got to imagine that small. They're just going.
But like turtles, you can literally get one, and it's going to outlive you.
Oh yeah. I think they just said they rescued one out of like a lagoon and released it back into open water. It was like I think they aged it at like 180 or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. Turtles get old.
I
don't know if it's just a certain breed of turtle or all turtles.
You have to cut them in half and count their rings. That's how you know.
Just all complaints to Sean.
They don't like it. That's just how you know. You can only do it the once.
Have you ever had turtle like as a food?
No, I've heard if it's not done like the right way, it's very fishy.
I wouldn't be willing to try it.
I've
never
willing to try it
either.
I've also never had like frog. Like frog's
I've had
legs? I've never had frog's legs.
I've had frog's legs. I've had them on the Chinese buffet.
Yeah, that's
years
I didn't
ago. They used
really.
to do it.
I've
is it Quandan? No,
not anymore. It's China
King. That one, yeah.
I know
they
they
haven't years, but when they first opened, you get frog's legs.
I know they have chicken feet, and I've yet to figure out what one is supposed to do with a chicken foot. Do you break it open and eat the foot meat, or
I thought they were for ceremonial purposes.
That's what I thought. I thought they were just like a garnish or something. But
back scratcher.
Yeah, right. This one telescopes.
I guess you eat them. Again.
Maybe it's like crab's legs where you have to like crack it open and it's just a way to get butter into your mouth.
Pick your teeth afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm thinking of like Velociraptor claws for some reason with these big old nails.
No, just basic talons.
Now, when I was a kid, like that's when I had frog's legs because I grew up in Maryland and there was one of our establishments that my parents would take us to was this chain restaurant at the time called Chesapeake Bay Seafood House. Get all the seafood you can eat, and they had like an all-you-can-eat levels menu.
Okay.
And it's like if you spent the high-end stuff like crab legs, that's a higher-end cost. But
Sure.
you get like everything on that all-you-can-eat list. Like you can say, "Ooh, I'm going to do the crab legs,"
It's like the
and then
platinum
later on, you're like,
package.
"Give me the popcorn shrimp or give me the whatever." My mom would let us on to the popcorn shrimp level. And so we get on there, like she'd go on the peel and eat shrimp, which is like a level higher. We were on the popcorn, but on the popcorn shrimp level, they had like clam strips.
Okay.
The fried thingins, hush
puppies.
Fries.
I'd
Frog's
imagine.
legs were part of that.
That's
the
interesting.
frog's legs. So that's when we'd order the frog's legs, and they taste just like chicken. They taste like eating little mini chicken drumsticks
I saw a meme last week that
with
said,
an extra leg.
they s- for all the things they say taste like chicken, the one thing I've never heard anyone say taste like chicken, eggs. You'd think, I mean, but no.
Eggs.
Nobody ever says eggs taste like chicken.
I bet you can make eggs taste like chicken if
Yeah,
you
if
do
you
it right.
put enough seasoning on it.
But anyway,
Cook it right.
they weren't bad, and
I'd be willing to try them for sure. It's just I've never been presented the opportunity. Now crawdads, on the other hand, coming from Oklahoma as I did, that was like a national or a statewide pastime.
Yeah,
Cracking them open and sucking them dry.
I'm fine with crawdads,
Mm-hmm.
crawfish, crayfish, depending on what you call them and where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
See where I'm from, they call them crayfish.
Ah.
Where that's. Of course, I'm near Pennsylvania, and they all say all kinds.
Well, technically,
of
where I'm
weird.
from, they call them crawdaddies,
Yeah.
but we don't talk about those
Yeah, you
people.
hit like Mid-Atlantic area, they call them crayfish.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, for me, I just rather eat crabs. I grew up in Maryland crabs, and nothing against the crawfish, but I'm going to use the argument that people tell me with crabs. It's a lot of work for a little meat.
It is a lot of work, but it's more about the seasoning, what it's been boiling,
it's a social
and
thing.
that's sort of with crab. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a social
It's just Old Bay.
Yeah, you throw it on the table, and you spend the whole day
Mm-hmm.
consuming, eating crabs, family socializing. That's kind of the point behind
Just
it.
once, I
It's-
want to go to Maryland.
it's not
I
a
want
quick meal.
to lay down a bunch of newspaper over a table, and then I want to throw down a bunch of sunflower seeds
Yeah.
and just see what happens. Go ahead, crack them open.
We
Peel and
eat
eat.
sunflower seeds there. I know what they are.
Peel and eat seeds.
But if you tell people it's a crab fest and you roll up, you might get lynched. You
It is.
deserve
It is lynching country. You're not wrong.
You don't mess with people. And I'm telling you, Maryland's one of those places, maybe one of the few and only places, but you can get away with it, is if you see a guy with a van on the side of the road
You get in that van.
and he's got a thing signed that says crabs,
Yeah.
you stop. That is one of the legit. Those are some of the best crabs I ever had. Literally, the guy on the side of the road with the van with the bushels of crabs that he's selling,
Yeah.
either raw or cooked, depending. And by the way, it's a lot pricier to buy cooked versus raw crabs.
You say that, but the last time I passed by the van that said crabs, all I got was a lost weekend and an itch.
That's a different van. You stay away from that.
I don't know if I trust your crab van.
But yeah, if you see a van pull
Windowless
over with a white sign,
Spray painted
crabs in red,
Oh my god!
you stop him.
And because it's Maryland, it's humid, so that paint's drippy.
And if he's from Northern Maryland, you'll know he's real legit because he'll talk to you funny.
Uh huh.
Hey, you like extra mustard on your crabs? Get your crabs with extra mustard. Go Joe Flacco. That's how they talk in Balmer.
That feels out of place for this crab sale.
Go O's. That's how they talk in Baltimore. O's. All right. We're going to talk Alzheimer's Association now after that amazing conversation about crab mustard. It is 19 minutes after 9. Let's first get you up to date on the weather.
Weather this hour is brought to you by Bob Reed Pest Control, General Pest Control, Termite Control, trees, shrubs, and yard treatments for both residential and commercial. Find them online at BobReedPestControl.com or call today 575-623-5344. Serving all of southeast New Mexico.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sunshine and pretty hot today. We're headed for the upper 90s. We do have a fairly good chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms with some of that moist air getting in from the monsoon. Showers possible this evening. Cloudy overnight will drop to about 70, and then just a slight chance of an afternoon thunderstorm on Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine, though, and we're in the low 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Or is it Jerry? I missed who it was. I think it was Steve. But let me get the current weather here. I got talking and didn't refresh it. My apologies. Currently 84 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 43%. Southeast winds at 3 miles per hour. We do have rain chances through Wednesday. A 30% for this afternoon after 3. Otherwise, sunny and a high of 96. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, we're also looking at a 30% chance showers before midnight. Otherwise, cloudy. 70 for an overnight low. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers, mostly sunny and 93 for a high. South winds 5 to 10. Enjoy those highs, by the way, because the rest of the week is not going to be 93. Tuesday night, we're looking at a 40% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, overnight low 69. 20% chance of rain for Wednesday as well, otherwise sunny and 94. South winds 5 to 10. And then Thursday, and then through the weekend, that's the rain chances disappear and the thermostat goes up. Sunny and hot, high of 98 on Thursday. Sunny and 99 on Friday. Sunny and 100 on Saturday. And sunny and 99 on Sunday. So first half of the fair, cooler, but rain chances back half, we're baking out there. So dress up accordingly, drink lots of water, all that good stuff. Sunscreen. Trust me, my wife, she went swimming on Friday, did not wear sunscreen. She had a rough weekend. Don't be like my wife. Put sunscreen on. All right, it is 9:22. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we will talk Alzheimer's Association. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
For the first time ever, the National Championship Air Races are touching down in Roswell, New Mexico. From September 10th through the 14th, witness the world's best pilots battle it out in the fastest motorsport on the planet. Vintage warbirds, cutting-edge jets, aerobatics, and family fun, all against the stunning New Mexico sky.
3, 2,
Get your tickets now at airrace.org. Don't miss this high-octane spectacle.
It's one of those things we've all had on our mind. No matter how much we want to ignore it, we all know that wisdom teeth can cause pain, teeth crowding, and even infection. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. I am proud to be a part of an outstanding team who understands your concerns when considering wisdom teeth removal. Call us today and let our staff walk you through the process so that you are confident and prepared for your wisdom teeth removal. And don't worry, we have sedation dentistry options so that you can rest and feel at ease.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental. Call 575-622-4455.
My name is Marie Senna. I'm a painter, tattoo artist, illustrator, and medical tattooer. Before I became a business owner, I did not have health insurance. I don't get my health insurance from an employer. I assumed that it was unattainable for me, but it was really easy to find a health insurance plan through BeWell. Now that I have health insurance that is affordable, I feel like I've got some peace of mind that if I need to go to the doctor or the hospital, I'm not going to break my bank. Visit BeWellNM.com to find a plan for you. What's the best that could happen?
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Alzheimer's Association, the local here in Roswell here, Don Weld's back with us, and Wendy Cook as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing it's Monday.
Good. It's Monday.
Yep, it's Monday. Monday. We went through all of that.
Yes. Yeah. But, for folks that aren't familiar, of course, here locally, the Alzheimer's Association, one of the big things everyone's known for is the Walk to End Alzheimer's event that happens in the fall every year. But when that's not going on, they really are a support system for families that are dealing with Alzheimer's, dementia, these types of issues, providing them with resources, information, providing healthcare providers with resources and information. It really is that kind of, glue as we raise money and try to, raise as much money to hopefully have the first person that is going to get
the white
flower, which is someone that is in remission from Alzheimer's or dementia. We're close. The medicines are so there that, for instance, if someone gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia today, and it's caught, relatively early, they can have many years of quality life now, thanks to medicines and things like that. I would dare to hopefully say someone being diagnosed today might be the first people that will get the white flower, saying that not only are we treating it, we are reversing the signs of it, and we have a cure for this thing.
Yep.
And that's the end game. That's what we're trying. That's why we want people to walk on in the fall here and come and wear your purple and participate in this, is so we can raise the awareness, raise the, this is a thing, but get that money, get these last dollars we can into these scientists and these people's hands, so they can score the touchdown. We're like on the drop football references here. We're in the red zone right now. We can do this if we get enough support, enough stuff here. That's pretty much where we're at right now, right, guys?
Time for a touchdown. Yep.
Yeah, and it's of course I know
take it home.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, Don, we know why you're involved here with your wife, and so that's, and I'm gonna, many of the volunteers that are
most
with the Alzheimer's, most of them either have had someone directly, a spouse of mother, or father, or have or had, yes,
yeah,
that are going through this battle. And
taking care of her dad.
And that's the other side of it too, is the volunteers, that they've been where you're at. They know what you're going through right now. So for families that do have a family member that are dealing with these types of things, I hope that you are reaching out to our local Alzheimer's Association and other people as well to find resources to help you, because that's almost the bigger concern. I mean, yes, the disease and the patient and the victim, but at the end of the day, it's almost a bigger deal for the family than it is for the actual patient sometimes, because they see everything. They do, where the patient is oblivious. Unfortunately, I don't know how you would call any of that, but that's, you know what I mean? And so the real work is sometimes the family members and the loved ones. And so that's why the Alzheimer's Association is so important, to be that support system, because, you guys have all seen it when you see, when people see family members act and react in ways that's way out of their character. It's hard to wrap your head around that sometimes. And that's where you guys can come in to really help families navigate through some of that.
Yeah. Wendy, do you have some numbers that are phone numbers and contacts for people who need help?
I do. Unfortunately, I don't know if you want to go grab the 1-800 number, the 24-hour number. I don't have that one in front of me. But locally, my number is 505-317-0978. And I am here in Roswell and available to help, as well as we have one support group that is starting up soon. And then I actually just got an inquiry last week, at the end of the week, about someone wanting to start a second support group.
Oh, great.
So that's something we haven't had in a number of years here locally, and I'm really excited about getting those going. I think that's incredibly important. My story is that my grandmother had Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that has always stayed with me, because she was an incredibly active woman. They lived on a lake, so she was a water skier.
Okay.
And could do drop the ski and do one ski. And, I remember growing up, her being out there behind the boat, and she golfed. She rode her bike. She went bowling. She did Senior Olympics, won medals for all of those things.
She was active for a majority of her life.
She was incredibly active, and then she was the bookkeeper for my grandfather's business. So she was really smart, mathematically, and not someone you would have thought this was going to happen to. But her and her brother both ended up with Alzheimer's, and the last visit I had with her, she was in Chicago. It's where I'm from, and me living far away as long as I have, and not seeing her very often, she didn't know who I was anymore, and didn't know who my kiddo was, and it was just really hard to see someone who was so active and so smart.
Sure.
And just get lost. They say that all the time.
Him as a rock and anchor, always that person that always had the answers, always, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it is. They say you
yeah.
lose them before you lose them, and that certainly was the case. So it's something that is near and dear to my heart, and excited to be the walk manager here in Roswell, and I am in Hobbs as well. If anyone has family members over in Hobbs, we've got a walk happening there as well, and looking for sponsors and walkers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and you guys make it real easy to sign up and get support for your team.
Yep.
Because to be honest, the actual walk, when it had happened here in the fall, that's kind of the celebration. I mean, it's a gamut of emotions, because we honor those that are fighting. We mourn those we've lost. We cheer on those that are keep going. So it's a gamut of emotions. But at the end of the day, that's the emotional day.
Yeah.
The real work happens before. This is why we want you to sign up your teams and have a little fun with it. Get a little competitive with it. Get each team to raise as much money as possible. So, these teams come up and they're all, we got $1,000 here. We got $1,000. That'd be amazing. That's the real work. The actual walk to end Alzheimer's is the emotion, is the why we do this.
Yep.
Why these are the stories of why we're doing this stuff. The work to get us over the goal line is happening now.
Right.
That's why it's so important for you to sign up your teams now. I know October, November seems like a million miles away, but
it'll be here.
July you're going to sneeze and July's over. And then it'll be August and kids go back to school. And next thing you know, we're talking about Thanksgiving and everything, and it'll all be here. So now's the time to sign up your teams, organize it. Or if you're like, I don't want to do all that, I know yourself, there's a bunch of teams already. They would love to have you throw $100 their way or whatever you can afford.
Right.
So either you still got time to create your teams if you want to have fun, or if you have some friends and family that have already done so, then you'd like to support them. It's pretty easy to do that. So.
Yeah, and of course you can contact Wendy to get those forms to form your teams. I have the forms to do that also. So if you want to call me, I can get those forms to you to make your teams, get your teams together.
And of course, you can do it online too if you don't, if you're pretty
That's
internet
right.
savvy.
You can go online. You go to alz.org, and then you do look for the Roswell Walk.
There's like a find a walk near me kind of link, and then you type in Roswell or 882, zip code or something.
New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
New Mexico, not Georgia.
Yeah, Roswell, yeah. So maybe lead with a zip code.
Might be a good idea.
88201 will get you there a little bit more
or
reliably.
202.
Yeah, but definitely. And then once you're there, you can see the teams, you can create a team, you can contribute to a team or whatever you want to do there.
Find a team and
ain't nothing wrong with that too if you want
join
to
them
support
or
teams
start
and
your
then
own.
Start your own. Do both.
Yeah, you
go
can
$100
start
to
your
one
own
team and start your own team. That will
That's
all be
right.
good. Yes, we're having fun and but everybody's winning here. It doesn't.
That's right.
It don't matter who raises the most. Other than bragging rights, everybody's a winner when it comes.
Yeah, that walk is the culmination of all of this work we do for the whole year.
Yeah, that really is the celebration, the emotional. That's the day we honor, we love, we remember, and we inspire. That's what that day is about. The real work is coming up to that day. The nuts and bolts of it, the money raised. Yes, the emotion side is very important because that's what gets people going, gets people through it, and all that. But without the bucks, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and that's just the plain truth of this. And so we've got
little side note: Halloween is the day before. So
it's Dia de los Muertos. It's our walk this year. So, what better day, the Day of Remembrance?
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe add a little purple to your Dia de los Muertos.
You might even wear your costume.
Sure. Actually, if you know the history, there's a lot of, maybe you're honoring said loved one that lost their battle.
That's right.
Through the Dia de los Muertos. Let's cross-cultural,
get it all
fusion
together.
that up again.
Yeah. In a lot of cultures, Alzheimer's was such a horrible thing for the family that the Alzheimer's victim would be shut away. They would ignore them. They wouldn't let anybody know.
Basically, oust them or banished away from the community.
Yeah. They would still take care of them. Okay, here's your food.
But they're not in public.
But they're not in public. They would hide them.
Yeah.
We don't need that anymore. We need to know these people so that we can help them.
Absolutely.
So if you have anybody that's...
I'm going to take a stab that obviously what we're dealing with we're dealing with actual medical issues with these folks. But
yes.
I'm pretty sure there is nothing good on the mental health side comes from locking them away and basically hiding them.
It makes it worse.
That's probably going to
makes it a whole lot worse.
The process a little bit here. And so you're right. It is one of these things, and it has to be in public, and people need to understand too. And I think a lot of people do. I think because there's so many different forms of dementia, Alzheimer's. No two are the same. You can have people that do have the more violent, more boisterous things, but not all of them are that way. Some get more reclusive. Some more get quiet. Some get more introverted. To every human being, there's a different reaction.
That's right.
And that's the part that sometimes navigating or knowing the differences or understanding, it's a lot for you as an individual or as a family to know. And that's why, please, if you're a family dealing with this kind of stuff, reach out to our local Alzheimer's Association. Let them tap into some resources to help you navigate. Maybe they can help you get some time off. That's the biggest thing too, is if the caretakers aren't taking care of themselves, then they can't take care of their people.
That's right.
And if you're running yourself ragged 24/7 taking care of your family member, you are failing yourself in some way, shape, or form.
Tell me about it.
And so get some help there to take
I
care
went
of your
through a heart
guys.
attack because of it. So
Exactly. And I'm going to take a stab. Some of your family members, when they were going through stuff, probably sacrificed a lot of their lives for this.
Yeah,
And I'm-
absolutely. I mean, she was the mother of 3 children, but there always is one that kind of emerges as the caretaker.
Mhm.
And out of respect, you want to just kind of give them that space
Sure.
to make decisions.
Mhm.
But again, the support groups are a great way for, there are a lot of things I didn't understand as a grandchild, and what decisions were being made and why they were being made.
Sure. And you're probably a little angry about it because you didn't have the information or know. It's like, that seems like we're giving up or whatever that is. But then, talking about it and saying, okay, now from that angle, it makes complete sense. On
Yeah,
what we're doing.
I mean, so I for me, it's important that we get that message out that, the 24-hour helpline, anyone can call. Those are clinicians on the other end. And, that it doesn't have, you don't have to be caring for the person directly. If you have questions and you want support, as a grandchild, as a cousin, any of the above, that's available to you. So you can ask those questions about their care, about things you're uncertain of. For us, my grandmother, at first, there was a lot of anger, because she was so intelligent that it hurt her feelings. She was angry when people corrected her.
Makes sense.
And then as it progressed, it turned into a lot of crying.
You think about it from their perspective, especially someone like, for instance, my grandfather died of Parkinson's, but which has some similar, in the decline of someone with Parkinson's, there's a lot of common symptoms there.
Right.
He was very much like what you were talking about with your grandmother. He owned his own water equipment company. He was one of these guys that could do complex math in his head, like where you and I are hitting a calculator for something, he could spit it out. Like, he was that kind of smart. That being said, he was also kind of a rude person throughout life. That's another story. but he kind of but he did exactly what you're saying. That moment and with Parkinson's, it's a little different because his brain is with it. It's getting the things out that don't. So he's kind of like trapped in his own prison, but he's experiencing the same kind of symptoms. The anger, the backlash is all that. He just can't express it because of, Parkinson's. It's different than Alzheimer's. It seems same, but it attacks in a different way. So
yes.
It's attacking a different thing. Whereas Parkinson's folks, they're actually cognitively understanding what's going on. They just can't communicate it. They're trapped in it. Whereas Alzheimer's, it's a little opposite. Physically, those skills are there. The brain doesn't understand what to do with it. That's so it's the same but opposite. But the results look the same. But I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm going to take a stab that people that are self-sufficient, people that are used to running their own show, they're going to fight harder through this because the last thing they want is someone taking care of them.
Absolutely. None of us want to lose our independence.
Yeah.
Don brought me the 800 number. So it's 1-800-272-3900. That is the 24/7 helpline. So that is where, you ask where the funds are going. Yes, it's going to research. It's also going to things like that. Again, it's not just a employee on the other line 24/7. It is a clinician.
Mm-hmm.
And
medically trained people.
Yes. So this is like when, at one point, Grandma decided to go for a walk at 3 a.m. And when you're trying to convince them at 3 a.m. that this isn't a good idea, or they're angry, or you're dealing with some kind of that they have they're lost right now, and they're angry, and you don't know what to do.
You don't know how to convince them to see that what they're saying is not real.
And it's the middle of the night, and you don't know what to do. That's what this helpline is there for. You can pick them up and you can pick up the phone and say, this is what I'm dealing with right in the moment, and they can help guide you through that situation. And I think that's such an important thing, and an important thing for us to be funding is that availability, so that when you feel lost in the moment, that there is support available. Absolutely. All the time.
I was just, this is just me spitballing as I'm thinking here. And we talk about therapies, quality of life, making quality of life as good as possible, during this time period. Have they have they done research into like service animals for Alzheimer's and dementia patients as a thing?
That's not what I've been asked before, and not that I am aware of.
Me was sitting here thinking right out of left blue, because I know like people with even now with diabetes and
heart disease,
like not schizophrenia, but they have the seizures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like animals can kind of sense when these things are coming on,
right?
And I just
epilepsy.
Didn't know. Yeah, epilepsy. Thank you. I just couldn't think of that term for some reason. But yeah, like epileptic seizures, things like. I was just wondering maybe if they can tell when someone's having a dementia episode, that they can kind of alert or. I was just wondering if there's any research in that area, because I mean, shoot, why not?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of, though. I would be inclined to say, like, I think about my grandmother, and because she never had pets, like that would be probably something that would make her angry.
Sure. But so not everybody.
I think it would be a very...
I just wonder if that's even an angle someone looked at.
Yeah, dependent on probably how they're handling the disease. So, that's not something I've specifically heard of.
Just you was curious, just thinking out of the box, and was like thinking, has anybody ever thought maybe there's... I mean, I'm kind of like, when it comes to things like this, let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. You never know what. Especially we learn as we're, evolving or whatever, we're learning, that connection between animals and what they can see and sense and do is way far beyond our capabilities.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She probably would have been yelling, like, what is this dog doing?
What is this thing doing? Get it out of here. Yeah.
I think she would have saw, though. I think the dog would have won her over at some point.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of, if you've got family, if you yourself are dealing with, please, if you have not already reached out to our local chapter, come to a meeting, talk. Like you said, there's some support groups starting up. Please get more information about that so we can get that information and get, because the more people that get involved, the more likelihood those support groups are going to sustain and succeed and keep going long, after. Because that's the idea, is that, especially with these support groups, we've got so many people that have experienced this firsthand, and everyone's a unique experience, but everyone's exactly the same also at the same time. The details may be different. Grandma or grandmother, or mother, father, wife, spouse acted this way, but not this way. But it's all the same. It's unfortunately going to end the same. And it's what you do about it in between is what makes that difference. But if you want to keep supporting, please start a team, contribute to a team, join us here on the 30th of October. Is it?
November 1st.
November 1st. Day after.
Yeah, day after Halloween.
Day after, sorry. But join us there for November 1 for the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Be out there at Cielo Grande.
Yeah, it's back at Cielo Grande.
Nope.
Rustique.
Oh, it's at Rustique.
It's
called Rustique now.
No. It's right over here.
By the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, it's over by the Wool Bowl.
Oh.
It's over by, so it's that track over by the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, it's the Rustique soccer complex.
We have lots of parking, super safe.
So you can park at the Wool Bowl. You can park across the street.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
So
Thank you.
We're trying something new.
That way it's
doing
kind of
out there.
Well, it's the best of both worlds. Whereas the courthouse lawn is great for visibility, but doesn't have all the space and things. Cielo Grande's got kinds of space, but it's kind of not in the public eye so much.
Okay.
Whereas Rustique is kind of the best. It's plenty of room. At the same time, if you're down by Nemi or passing Main Street or whatever that other road is. College, yeah. If you're on that area, you can't miss it. You'll see all that. I know things are. I'm just bad at names. If people ask, where is that? It's over the building, with the hamburgers.
And just know, I have a lot of people that ask me about, like, I'm not ready to walk, or I can't. How far is the walk? It's a walk in, again, this is going to be a track this year. So if you want to do one lap, do one lap.
Yeah.
If you don't want to walk at all, you don't have to. You can still sign up, raise money, start a team, and do all the things.
The walking is
not
is
mandatory.
a visual. It is.
Yes.
It's not like, you're not getting your $100 because you only did one lap. No. It's not like.
It's ceremonial. It's the visual of everyone walking with their flowers and walking together.
The idea is just put the spotlight on, because the folks that are battling, the family members. We always put a spotlight. The family members have lost loved ones. We honor them at the walk. The folks fighting, we honor them at the walk. those that volunteer, we honor them at the walk. We it's a thing of honor, and it's a rally. It's a support. It's as much as we're raising money, it's also for folks that are feeling like they're losing the battle. They're to rally the troops.
That you're not
inspire. Alone. Yes, to give them basic compassion and commiserate, and we're hoping, like we said, maybe one of these years we've got the white flower. Someone's out there with the white flower. They were folks with Alzheimer's and dementia, and now they're in remission. They're in, and whatever the future holds, whether it's a vaccine like polio we take, and next thing you know, Alzheimer's, dementia's disappeared, or if it's something that, nope, you're diagnosed, but here's a pill that reverts. I don't know, whatever direction we go with, or it's probably going to be some cocktail of both, probably at the end of the day. But I would ideally like to think that, it gets eliminated like polio, when you're 2 years old or infant, or you take a vaccine and it goes the way of the dodo. But who knows?
You can, if you'd like. Yeah, if you want to get involved, we have a local committee.
Yes.
And this Thursday, about 5:30 at Peppers, they're meeting. So if you're interested in supporting the walk and helping plan things, we'd love to have you. So you're welcome to come down. Or if you can't make this week, just reach out to me and we can get you connected with the committee. Don is on the committee. And then I do want to quickly give a shout out to our local sponsors. And let you know that there's still sponsorship opportunities available. And Comfort Keepers, Chimera, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center, Loveless, Pioneer Bake. Team Pioneer is a new one for us this year. We're excited to have them.
Welcome aboard.
Otero Federal Credit Union, Interim Healthcare, and Excel just came on last week.
Excellent.
So again, if you're in a business and you think that the business would like to form a team, would like to sponsor the event, we have lots of sponsorship opportunities. Putting your logo on the T-shirt, all that good stuff. So I'd love to hear from you. That again, as well as in Hobbs, maybe there's a facility in both places. You can do sponsorship in both, but I will give my number again. It's 505-317-0978. My email is wcook@alz.org, and we're here to help.
Without the E, just
that is
like you're cooking bacon or
WCOOK@alz.org.
Captain Hook book with a C instead of an H. And then, of course, you can always like and follow the Alzheimer's Association. Does have a local page here. If you type in ALZ, Alzheimer's Association, Roswell, or Chavez County.
I think it's Southeast New Mexico.
Southeast New Mexico. That way you can like and follow, and it's got links for everything we're talking about here as well, too. If you want to sign up teams or if you want to volunteer, please come to the meeting. If you'd really like to roll up your sleeves and
come help us out. Yeah, if you want to volunteer and help, let us know.
There's a lot of moving parts, and there's probably a lot of planning between now and November 1 that we need to get done for that. So please, but for now, mark it on your calendars. November 1st here at the Rusty K Soccer Complex. That'll be this year's annual Walk to End Alzheimer's event. Sign up your teams right now. You can go to alz.org and find a walk near you link. Click that. Like and follow the Alzheimer's page here and follow the links there, and or call or email Wendy here directly, and let's get the ball rolling. And certainly if you're a family needing support, issues, questions, maybe just this week you got hit with this diagnosis and you're wondering, what do we do?
Why now?
What am I, reach out. There is a slew of people ready to kind of grab you and pull you through and help you navigate this process together.
Yep.
Put it this way, if you're going to try to do it alone, you're going to have a hard time doing it. I'm telling you right now.
It'll kill the healthcare giver before it kills the Alzheimer patient.
Yeah. And it can really create turmoil and stuff if you don't understand what's going on. So it's one of these diseases that the more information you have, usually the better off navigating the process. Because unfortunately, we are at the point. All of these end the same right now. There's only one outcome with Alzheimer's, and it's the same outcome. We're trying to fix that. And so let's do our parts to help do that. And we're close, folks. Like I'm telling you, someone like your wife's age or probably your grandmother's age, if they were diagnosed today, there are so many more resources for them today than there was back when they were diagnosed, whether it was 10 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. It's so much. There's so many more. I mean, we're close, folks. We're so close. I feel like one or two more of these walks, and next thing you know, they're going to be saying, "We got it. We finally have.
We got the white flower.
We solved the puzzle." You know, we're seeing someone actually reverse the signs of Alzheimer's now, and we're so close to seeing that. And next thing you know, then it's going to be like Star Trek, where they just wave that wand. You know how they do in Star Trek?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, he's got cancer. Now you don't. You know.
We got rid of that. Yeah.
We need, people need to look into that thing, by the way. Let's start that association, the wave, the wand, the cure thing, like Gene Roddenberry made. Wendy, is there anything we missed, anything we wanted to cover that we just didn't get a chance to?
I don't think so. Just, the walk was pretty big here, and it kind of went down, of course, when COVID hit.
As it did in a lot of places.
Yes, so we're just looking to rebuild it. We want as many people out there as possible. It's a day of togetherness and support, so we want it to be big and beautiful, and we would love everyone to be a part of it.
Get your purple on. Get it on there, and let's...
Isn't that one of the costumes for Halloween, a purple people eater or something?
There you go. Prince.
Barney the...
Barney.
Yeah, Barney. Prince. We can go Prince if you want.
Go.
Do some Purple Rain while we're,
get out there in your purple costume and
you know what? Or maybe just a fan of grape popsicle.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, purple's the color of the day.
Yeah.
Thank you. We do appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next time. It is 9:55. Let's pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley news updates, I'm Jared Cirillo. Chavez County Jail Administrator Michael Briscoe has received a prestigious honor. Briscoe was recently named Detention Administrator of the Year by the National Institute for Jail Operations. Briscoe has been Chavez County Jail Administrator for the past 2 years. A carload of suspected illegal immigrants was chased down and arrested in Lincoln County recently. A statement from Undersheriff Ian Daugherty says the operation on July 8th was conducted in cooperation with U.S. Border Patrol, which had alerted Lincoln County deputies to be on the lookout for a vehicle traveling along Highway 54. Deputies located the vehicle south of Carrizozo, but the driver initially refused to stop. After driving more than a mile along the shoulder, the driver finally came to a stop. 4 of the 5 in the vehicle voluntarily admitted they were illegally present in the U.S. from Mexico and Guatemala. The driver, Eric Leonos, was determined to be a U.S. citizen with multiple arrest warrants. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sunshine and pretty hot today. We're headed for the upper 90s. We do have a fairly good chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms with some of that moist air getting in from the monsoon. Showers possible this evening. Cloudy overnight will drop to about 70, and then just a slight chance of an afternoon thunderstorm on Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine, though, and we're in the low 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street's benchmarks opened with gains this morning ahead of a busy week of corporate earnings reports. Domino's Pizza jumped 5.2% pre-market after posting strong same-store sales in the U.S., even though the pizza chain just missed Wall Street sales and profit targets. Verizon climbed 4.6% after the phone and broadband giant beat analyst sales and profit targets and raised its full-year guidance. Other companies reporting this week include General Motors, Coca-Cola, Tesla, and Alphabet. This week will also bring updates on home sales, jobless claims, and manufacturing. Markets have stabilized since the spring when President Trump's tariff announcements sent the market swinging wildly from day to day and sometimes from hour to hour. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
So I make a silly joke about it never raining, and now it seems like it'll never quit. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. All this rain is great, but soon the weeds will be waist high and the bugs will be as thick as flies. But here at Roswell Seed, we have just what you need to control the weeds and fend off the bugs before they take over. So come see us at Roswell Seed, and be careful what you joke about. Mother Nature sure has a wicked sense of humor.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And it is 9:59, closing in on 10 o'clock. That's about going to do it for us for today's show. Of course, if you missed any part, I always invite you to check it out at your leisure. Log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find all of our interviews there. We replayed our interview with Deputy DA Hunter Spindle in the 7 o'clock hour. That's so that interview's already up there. Here in just a few minutes, we'll have our Bruce Bailey interview. He's the band director of the Dexter Demon, band, and he, along with other 449 other band directors, are going to be in a band at the Rose Bowl, and that was pretty cool. So we had a great conversation with him, and then of course we just talked to the Alzheimer's Association folks a few minutes ago. All at ksvptv.com, along with those fair shows that are firing up now as we speak. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND Roswell. Have a great day, everybody.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. Documents have come to light involving Barack Obama and Russian collusion allegations. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, produced documents that reportedly show Barack Obama and former Obama administration officials conspired against President Trump in 2016. Republican strategist Aaron McGuire.
They could not believe that the American people would duly elect President Trump. So they had to try and create their own version of fan fiction to drive a narrative to make the American people